everyone, welcome to the Fairy Vibrant Makeup channel. I'm actually going to be using some products today that I got in a Sephora haul in my last video. So if you haven't seen that video of what I hauled from Sephora in their sale, I will definitely link that video down below. But also I wanted to try out all the products that I did get, receive, I don't get PR. All the products that I did get, I wanted to show you how I'm going to be using them in a look today. So I have my bases on, my foundation and my primer, so let's get into what products that I'm going to try from my little haul that I got with some gift cards. First things first, I'm going to be zooming you in a little bit closer. So I do have my brush bag here. That's the one that I showed you in the video. I have all my brushes put in, so that's really cool. And then what's cool is I noticed you can put other stuff in there. There's like a little slot for all your other stuff. So I actually put all my mini brushes and a sponge in there for travel. So I'm actually getting ready to travel soon. But I'm going to use these brushes and then of course wash them. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to grab all my eye brushes, have them set in, and then I'm going to pull in my first palette. Alright, so I zoomed in just even more. I'm going to be starting off with the Huda Beauty Warm Brown palette. This is going to be my base palette, so it's going to have all my bases in there. So it has a lot of neutrals in there that I can use. First, I'm going to take this brush. This is my double-ended brush. So it's got a flat concealer brush, and then it also has kind of like a fluffy one. I'm going to dip into this color right here, and I'm going to use this to set my primer. Ooh, this brush is so soft. I kind of like this because it gets that surface area that it needs to get all my eye covered. Ooh, I'm so excited to use this brush. It has a little bit fluffier flat brush, and then it also has a crease brush right here. I'm going to dip into this guy right here and use this in my crease. Ooh, this brush is so soft, and at the same time it's getting that crease right perfect, and then it's blending it out nicely. This is actually my new favorite crease brush. Ooh, I like it, because I want to get all the basics done. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to my brow bone, and I'm going to pick up with the other side of the brush. I'm going to be picking up my brow bone color and just kind of highlight my brow bone a little bit. Maybe not a little bit, because this is a lot. I am going to be doing a separate video of the mauve one and this one put together in another video, so just look out for that. Other palette that I got in my Sephora haul is the ColourPop Golden State of Mind palette. Now this is just a palette consisting of a bunch of metal colors, or just like metallics. I will do swatches of how they all look so that you can see, but in the meantime right now I'm going to be using a couple of them. So I feel like I want to do an all over shade, and I kind of want, this one is just calling me right here. So this one is a really nice reddish copper, and I kind of like it. So I'm going to take that flat brush that I got in my little kit, and I'm going to pick that up and just apply it to my lid. Ooh, there is some fallout with this ColourPop shadow. Ooh, it's like a copper penny. It's perfect. Now, I'm not one for really light, airy kind of colors or palettes, but I have the Pastel Goth from Kat Von D, which I really enjoy, but I'm not really into those really light colors, but this is just pretty. For spring, I feel like if you're looking for a nice spring metallic palette, this would be really nice to have. Alright, so I'm going to take my other brush that I had my crease shade on and no additional product, and I'm just lightly buffing the edge of that metallic shade, just to blend everything together. A pop in this look, And I'm going to take my same brush and I'm going to pick up a lighter shade. So I'm actually going to go in with this pink shade right here. And I'm actually going to pop that just a little bit on the center of my lid to give some sort of dimension to my look without taking away from that copper. So see how it kind of makes a pop right there in the center of my lid, and it doesn't take away from that copper look. So it's like a pinky copper that we're doing. I feel like I want to get my finger. I can just really build that color. Yeah, that's way better. Sometimes using your finger with metallic colors makes a world of difference. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that copper shade and just kind of blend those two together so they're not so noticeably sparse. Okay, and then I'm going to actually take my crease brush and blend any areas that I need to blend. Okay. I do want one color, so I'm going to take this angled brush right here that I got in that brush kit. It comes with a spoolie too, so I might need to brush out my, let's try it out. Brush out my brow hairs because they're a little crazy right now because I don't have any setting product on them. So that brushed it really nice. Let's go in with this one. I'm kind of drawn to this one. We're going to use this on our lower lash line. So I'm picking up that angle brush so I can really get in there. And I'm just placing it on my lower lash line. It's a pretty color. Alright, so since that's done, I'm going to be taking my crease brush, no additional product, and just blend out that lower lash line color. I feel like I need to put a little bit more, so I'm actually going to take my crease brush with that pink on it, and blow it out just a little more. So I feel like I really want this color to stand out. So let's make it bigger. It's almost like a rosy, peachy pink. Alright, blew it out a lot. So I'm just gonna sweep off the excess product. Cool. Alright, and then I feel like I need to pop a little something there. So I'm actually gonna use this color right here with my finger and just pop a little bit on my lower lash line to mimic what I did on top and to really make this look kind of stand out just a little bit. So just a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to take my blending brush again, blend out any edges. Perfect. So I'm actually done with this palette right now. I'm going to set it aside because I'm going to continue on, and I will be using something else in my inner corner because I wanted to use something from that palette, but I'm like, I have some highlighters that I want to use, so I'm going to get into that right now. I do need to finish my eye look though, so I will finish it off camera, and then I'm going to do the rest of my face. Alright, so I'm sorry the background kind of changed a little bit, but the sun is just driving me nuts. This is the soft eye look I created with the palette. Now I'm going to move on to my face, and I'm going to be using those brushes as well. So I have this angled brush. It has the highlighter, pointer, tip, and then it also has that angled brush. But I do have another one as well. It's got a flat, I'm assuming for foundation, and then it has a kind of a dense brush at the end. I think I might use that for blush. This guy I'm actually going to use to brighten up my under eye a little bit more because I feel like my under eye is just not there. So I'm going to be using this highlight and contour palette by EB Beauty, or IBY Beauty. I'm going to dip into the highlighter 2, which is that middle one right there. And I'm just going to kind of bring it in to my lower, well, under my eyes, just to brighten it up a little bit. Oh, I feel like my under eye is just so sleepy right now. And then I'm just going to use a little bit right on the bridge of my nose and a little bit up here just to brighten up on my chin, and then right here. Mostly focusing on my lower, or my under eyes so it's bright. It's nice, but this doesn't pick up enough product for me. I don't know what it is. So anyways, moving on, we're going to use the angled brush now. And I'm going to use, I've been loving this bronzer, guys. It's so good. So this is the chocolate gold bronzer from Too Faced. And look how that just, it carves it out for me. This brush is good. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of bronzer and just put it on the outer perimeters of my face. A little bit up on my forehead. This brush actually blends really nice. Do you see that? Ooh. I'm liking this brush. So this is going to be nice for travel because I'm leaving to see my sister next week. Well, I'm filming this. When this goes up, I'll be gone already, but I am going to visit her. And this is the brush kit I'm taking. So I'm in love. Look at that. Hugs my contours really nice. So blush, I always go for this one. I've been using this heavily. This is the Milani powder blush in Tea Rose. So I'm going to pick it up with this flat brush that had the little concealer or foundation brush on the other end. I'm going to take that. That actually does a pretty good job. It fits on the apples of my cheeks really nice, and I'm just stippling it just so I can kind of diffuse it at the same time. Ooh. I am honestly in love. Look at that. Looks really good. I like it. Pretty good brush. I'm very impressed with this brush kit. It's actually getting the job done really nicely. Alright, so next I'm going to use the pointed side. There's the angled side, there's the pointed side for my highlight. I'm debating on what I want to use because I got those ColourPop ones, which I really like. And then I got the star powder. I think I might use the star powder, the Starlit powder from Makeup Forever. I'm going to use that in my inner corners, so I'll get to that. But I think I'll use the ColourPop one. I think I want to use, because I've used Wisp and I've gotten to play with Spoon a little bit and I like it, but I want something to bump up this look. I'm going to use Over the Moon, which is a kind of like white with a pinky iridescent. It's very, very iridescent. See that? I kind of want to use that. So I'm going to see if this one will work. So I'm going to dip that in. Actually, I don't think it's going to work. Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's not the ideal brush to use for this highlighter because you have to use your fingers. So I might just take my fingers a little. Whoa. My fingers just bumped it up even more. Whoa. Yeah, using your fingers really amps up this highlighter, but I wonder if I can just diffuse it with this brush. Yeah, you can kind of diffuse it a little bit. Whoa. Cupid's bow, and a little bit on the tip of my nose. Ooh. Talk about beaming. That's a pretty good color. When I swatched it at first, I was like, oh, it's just chunky glitter. It's not going to do the job. But to be honest with you, it's doing the job. I'm just taking my blush brush and kind of mending the two together so it's not so sparse. But do you see that? Look at that. That is intense highlighter. So I kind of like that. So I do love the ColourPop highlighters. They're cream, but they're very nice because they don't mess up your powder. So I really like that. Alright, so let's finish up on my eye look. I have my mascara and everything on, but I need to finish it up with a pop. So I'm going to use the Star Lip Powder from Makeup Forever that I got in that little kit that I showed you in my haul. I'm not going to zoom you in, just because for the sake of time here. I'm trying to decide. Okay, I think I'll use the flat brush. I cleaned it off. And I'm going to use that just a little. Ooh. So let's put that in there. Ooh. That's intense. Wow. And that's just a little bit. That just like, wow. I'm going to put some on my brow bone too. Ooh. This is probably the best clearance haul I've ever done. Just because all of these are just not misses. So, wow. This is intense. Take my finger and just pop it a little bit more. And mind you, I'm actually putting it a little bit on the back of my hand so I don't have too much powder on my finger. Oh. I am loving this Star Powder. It's really good. It really amps up your makeup look, so ooh. I like a lot. Alright, so what's next? Lips. Let's do lips. You're supposed to use my Becca Topaz Flash. Dang it. I totally screwed this up. That's what happens when you order way too many highlighters. Alright, so I am going to pick up this guy. This is the Topaz Flash Gilt, and I'm actually going to see where I can put it. Oh, I'm going to see if I can put it on the outer corner of my eye. I know, I just put eyeshadow on there and now I'm messing it up. But, you know, I want to see what this looks like. It's very green. Adds a little character to my look, a little bit. And just get my blending brush and just kind of buff that in. Interesting. I'm wondering, I know I have my pretty highlighter, but I'm wondering what it's going to look like. Let's top it on top. Ooh. I kind of like it. It just creates a little bit of like a, almost like a rainbow look mixed with that pink. So that's really nice. I have a whole lot of highlighter on. I know I didn't really quite use this one as much. I'll use it in a future video, but I just wanted to see what it looked like. And I will zoom you in to see what it looks like on my cheeks. And so it is on the outer perimeters of my eyes. And then my cheekbone. Whew. It's a lot of cheekbone highlight. So that's a lot. I didn't mean to do that much highlight. But anyways, I'm going to actually diffuse it just a little bit because I feel like it's a lot. I'm going to just take my Pure Minerals 4-in-1 powder and just kind of stamp it just a little, just to kind of tone it down. In person it's a little bit, it's not that noticeable, but on camera it's like ba-bam. So this just helps it diffuse a little bit more so it's not so intense. Alright, now we can move on to lips. So I am so confused in which ones I want to use. I got all these lips and I'm not sure what to do. I like the combination of these two, but I want to use this. But since I have green, and see these two aren't going to go with the look at all. For the sake of this video, I'm going to just lip swatch this. So I'm going to zoom in and lip swatch the Becca. This is the Geode Liquid Crystal Topper Glow Gloss, and this is the Amethyst Geode. Okay, so I'm going to swatch it on my lips. That is got some blue shift, but that's not going to go with my look today. So let's wipe this off because it's not going to go with my look today. I have tried this by itself. I'll quickly do you see how intense this one is? That looks pretty, but I don't think it goes with the look really. But that is the shade from ColourPop, Misbehaving. So it's this one right here that comes in that little trio. Alright, so the duo that I'm going to use are these two colors right here. So it's Makeup Forever. It came in that Starlit powder kit. These two came together. I have tried this on and it's so silky smooth. And then I'm going to use the Ultra Satin Lip in that little trio that I got. This is called Catching Feels. Oh, I really like this color. It goes with the rose gold that's already in my eyes. I know I have that Topaz Flash Gilt from Becca on the outer corners, but I kind of like the way this looks. It's very, it's a little fall-esque, but I like the way it looks. It looks really nice. I am in love with this terracotta color from ColourPop. This is the Ultra Satin Lips, and I love their Ultra Satin Lips. They're very, very pretty, and they last long, and they don't dry out the lips. That's what I love about it, because I tried their Ultra Satin, or not Ultra Satin, the Ultra Matte, and I hated the Ultra Matte formula, but I know they've reformulated that, and it's much better. However, I do love the satin way better, so this is really, really nice. Whew. Not that sticky, but this is really pretty. This is my favorite. This gloss is just awesome. It sure beats my Too Faced Melted Gold. As far as the brushes go, these were pretty good as far as it being a little kit. Usually if you get like a little kit, the brushes are cheap, but these are very, very soft. They didn't scratch my eyes. They blended out really nice on my eyes, and of course my blush and bronzer look really good. So I really do love these brushes. I'm glad I got the kit, and I love the fact that I can put them in here because you can actually put them in here. So you just kind of put them in their little slots there, and then you flip it to this side, and it's got a pocket where I actually fit a good amount of my mini brushes in there, a sponge, and then some travel brushes for my trip. So this fits a lot of things inside of there. So I'm going to clean these brushes though before I go on my trip, so I have to set those aside. I did kind of try the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip that came in the trio, which is these three. I don't like it that much. It's not really, I'm not a gloss person, but I think on my days off this I could just pop on and go. So I do love that trio for the price. The Becca one's pretty, but ugh, I don't like the smell. So I'm not sure how I feel about the smell. What does it smell like? It's like plastic and candy. It's weird, and it's so thick. That's what I don't like. So I'm not sure how I feel about this guy. The Becca Topaz is very pretty. It really looks like nice with the pink. It's very pigmented. It's very unique. So I'm keeping this guy for sure. That's going to be one of my favorite kind of like unique highlighters. As far as the ColourPop highlighters, I know I keep jumping around. The ColourPop highlighters, this guy, I was scared when I first swatched it, and I didn't like it. I was like, ew, this is just so chunky glitter, but it actually is intense. So I love the fact that it's very intense. I've tried Wisp before in a sample when they first came out. I absolutely love this as a subtle highlight because it's not so much, but it's enough. Spoon is a little bit lighter than Wisp, but I tried it on my day off yesterday and it looked really good. I love the way it looked. It was very subtle, but it still gave that pop. Using your fingers is a lot better to use these kinds of products. So, I mean, you get 3 of them and they're usually like $8 a piece on the ColourPop website. And this little trio, I think it's still available. It's yeah, it's not that expensive. It really isn't. Excuse my hair. My hair's naturally drying. I kind of like it though. But anyways, I do love the Starlit powder. It's very intense. It's very, very pretty. It's so intense. So it is super intense. It's on my inner corners and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then I love this gloss in the center of my lips. It's so pretty. It's very creamy. It's not sticky. So this is a good buy as far as the sale goes. I don't believe it's available though, which saddens me. All right, moving on. So this guy, the Golden State of Mind. From ColourPop, I was not sure about this palette because it's all metallic, so you have to bring in another palette to really make it work. I was at first like, why the hell did I buy this? But let me swatch a few for you. I know I said I was going to do a swatch, and I promised you I would. So this is the first row. That's the first row. Do you see how intense those guys are? They're super intense. Very pretty, but I thought about it and I'm like, ooh, this is a nice, fresh, glowy look for me. I think it'll make that really pretty, glowy, springy, or even autumn look fresh. I like that idea. So I am going to keep this guy for sure. I'm not returning this at all. So I'm going to swatch the next row. And I'm absolutely in love. Look at this. Do you see this pink one right here? It's a peachy, it's on my lower lash line. So it's a peach with a gold shift. These are very metallic, so you have to be careful with how you use them. Let's do the last row, which are the lighter shades, and I did show you that when I was looking for my inner corner highlight. These are a little chunkier for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see how chunky they can become. Nice, 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 nice. So anyways, I do like this palette. It actually makes my eyes look very glowy, very fresh. So I'm going to keep this palette as my little accent palette. So about this palette, the Huda Beauty Warm Browns, I will do swatches on a separate video with the Mauve Obsessions because I don't have that in my Huda Beauty last video. I only did 2. But this is nice. This is beautiful. And I've played with it some, a little bit. The only shade I think I haven't used is this guy right here. Haven't used that one, it's untouched. But I am going to do a swatch video on this one and the mauve palette so you can get a sense of what the colors look like. If you guys want any swatch videos on any older palettes that you were like, I never got that palette, but I want to try it, let me know which specific palette you would like to see in a video of a swatch and try on. However, if it's one that I do not have, I apologize. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm not going to go out and purchase it, especially if it's unavailable. But if you're looking for a specific palette, like let's give an example. I know this video is carrying on a lot longer than I expected. Say you do not have, let's pull one that's still available. I want to pull one that's still available. Say you don't have the peach palette and you're thinking of getting it and you wanted to see what the swatches look like. I'm sorry for the light. If you want to see what the swatches look like and you wanted to see what they perform like, I can do one of those swatch videos that I usually do to show you the quality of that palette, or even I've done one with Kat Von D, so you've seen that one. Or if you're looking at the Juvia's Place ones, I still have these, and if you want to see swatches and try-ons, just like I've been doing with my swatch and try-on videos, let me know in the comments down below and I can definitely do that for you, so that way you can get a sense of what these palettes are. I'm a palette junkie. I love eyeshadow palettes, so that's why I have so many. But if you wanted to see any eyeshadow palettes, just ask me which one I have and which one you want to see. And if I don't have it, I apologize, but if I do have it, then I'll definitely do a video on that. Alright, so that's the end of my video for the try-ons of my haul. I really enjoyed this one. The only one that I really do not like is the Becca one, which I might return, but I don't know. I already put it on my lips. I hate returning things that I've used, but I don't like it. I hate the smell. It smells really gross. I don't like it. Everything else has been great. So I'm very happy with my purchase, and I did a good job on my sale items, so really excited. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please let me know if you want to see any additional videos, any requests that you have, tutorials, stuff like that. I will have a birthstone series every month. If you've seen my garnet, please see it. I'll link it down below so you can see it. I really enjoyed doing this because it brought out my artistry again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!